watching yet, so we'll give it a couple of seconds in case, we are a little bit early, so maybe you guys aren't quite ready yet. But if you've noticed, I'm not currently, inside in our usual studio. I'm out in front of our North American otter enclosure. Today is a very special day. We are celebrating World Otter Day, which technically was on Wednesday, but we just love it here so much at ZooMontana that we decided to make a whole week of it. So today we're going to be talking with one of our otter keepers about what makes otters so special. Right now she's actually putting out some enrichment for them, which you can see right here behind me, and there will be more coming out throughout the course of the program. But in this little kiddie pool, she's got some ice, some little Kool-Aid balls, which are the ice balls, which are the red and the yellow things you see, and also little sticks that kind of look like cheese sticks of salmon and blueberries. And these are for our otters to play with and rummage their paws around with during the course of the program. Now, what on earth is World Otter Day? Why are we celebrating it in the first place? Well, otters, there are 13 species across the globe. They play incredibly important roles in their ecosystems, and North American otter populations specifically are a key focus for this holiday. These guys actually used to have very threatened populations in the 1800s due to the fur trade and to there being a lack of environmental regulation. So people were just dumping waste into rivers and waterways, wetlands, marshes, where these otters natively live, and it was harming their populations. However, thanks to awareness like the organizations like the IUCN and the International Otter Survival Fund that support World Otter Day, as well as legislation that protects the habitats that otters live in, populations of North American river otters have begun to rebound. You can thank things like the Clean Water Act in the 70s for that, and overall environmental awareness. So we're going to be talking today with Allison. She is one of the keepers here in our wetlands area of the zoo, and she takes care of our 3 otters here, Mia, Ben, and Sam. Now, when she's done letting them out and giving their enrichment, she's going to come out here and I'm going to ask her a series of questions that I'm sure you guys have as well, and she will answer all of the questions we have about our otters. And then if you guys have any questions at the end, we will answer those questions from you as well. I can hear her closing the gate. She's probably going to be coming out here pretty soon, so we're just going to give, oh, there she is. She's got a cake. So she made the otters a cake, which is, in my opinion, the cutest thing that I have seen all week. Can we see your cake? So here's the little cake celebrating World Otter Day for Ben, Mia, and Sam, the 3 otters that we have here at ZooMontana, and I'm sure they're super stoked to eat it. It's gorgeous. If I were an otter, I would be absolutely through the roof to have this as my holiday cake. It's got little salmon hearts on it, guys. It's got salmon hearts on it. So cute. But let's give a little background about our otters here, Ben and Mia and Sam. So Ben and Mia actually came to ZooMontana together. They originally lived in Louisiana, and they found a fishery, and they were just like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing in the world. We have free fish forever. While the fishery wasn't a super big fan of that, and in the area of the state where they were found, otters are kind of considered pests. So they were captured, and they were taken in by ZooMontana in about 2008. Now, they are a male and female, Ben being the male, Mia being the female. And they have had multiple litters of otter pups, and these pups now reside in zoological institutions throughout the United States. One of their offspring, Sam, still lives here with them at ZooMontana. In his teenage years, Sam used to be an animal ambassador, so it's possible that many of you guys watching this program actually met Sam. He would regularly come out and meet the public and do little fun events. But now, as an adult, he is back in the enclosure with his parents. And you guys can see them out running right now, coming to explore their enrichment. Hi, friends! push through that ice bin.
I think that one's Sam.
Oh. Alright, yeah, we're ready to go. Alright guys, so this is Allison, and she is one of our keepers here in Wetlands, and she takes such good care of our otters here. And so I'll be asking her a series of questions today, kind of doing a little bit of an interview. And we're going to learn all about otters, and these otters, and Allison, and why otters are amazing, and anything else that you guys can potentially think of to ask questions about. We will answer them. But the first question is, like, what are some things that you do to enrich the otters here, aside from, you know, things like this?
We're looking at a really good example of it. This is probably one of the best enrichment days out of the whole entire year that we have for our otters. They get a little bit more food than, you know, is normally allowed for the diet, but that's okay. It's an extra special treat for them. Our otters love enrichment that has anything to do with food or water, to be honest. They love fish, so we make popsicles for them. That's actually what the little cake portions is made out of with their names on it. It's actually sugar-free Kool-Aid mixed in with water and some fish and some fruits and veggies as well. They also love playing with the hose stream, and they also love chasing live goldfish too. So lots of options. They're very smart. They can even fit puzzle feeders. You can actually see them at PetSmart, sometimes even Walmart. You know, they usually have to like nose a little puzzle feeder around or kind of twist it or something, and these guys figure it out pretty quickly.
How long have you been at ZooMontana, and how long have you been taking care of the otters?
I've been taking care of our otters ever since I first started working here, which is almost 3 years ago, so a little while.
Wow. All right, and what's the story of our otters? So I gave a bit of a brief intro, but I figure since, you know, you're their mother, you know a little bit more about them, so what's the story of our otters?
The otters love me because I'm the food lady. That's pretty much it. We have 3 North American river otters here. We have Benjamin, Amelia, and their son, Sam. Ben and Mia are 11 years old now. We've had them since the beginning of time here, basically. We got them back in 2011. We acquired them, and we actually enrolled them in part of what is called an SSP, or a Species Survival Program. Ben and Mia are very good at making babies and taking care of those babies for the most part. So they have offspring all over the nation, actually. Pretty neat. Look it up. I think we have some in North or South Dakota. So Sam is one of their offspring. Her last litter of pups that she had were actually a surprise. So she had 4 babies and she actually abandoned them. We gave her a couple of hours to hopefully, you know, take care of them. She just wasn't doing it. So we made the difficult decision to pull them and raise them ourselves. So I actually raised 2 baby otters myself. If you look back on the Facebook post, you could probably see some from 2 years ago. And another keeper here, Amanda, she raised Sam and his brother. Unfortunately, his brother did pass away. He was kind of more of the runt of the litter, so he had a little bit of problems. But Sam's a nice, big, strong, healthy stud. So now he's living here with Mom and Dad. Sam actually just got reintroduced back into his exhibit after a little bit of an injury, so they're all getting along really well. We're very proud of him. He's getting a lot of confidence.
How long has he been in the enclosure with his parents?
Oh, there we go. Yep. Sam originally was introduced early fall last year, but then due to an injury over winter, he had to be isolated just so his arm could heal. So he's been back with Mom and Dad for about a month now. Yeah.
And how do you tell these guys apart? Like, how do you know which one is Sam, Ben, and Mia?
Lots of practice. Lots and lots of practice and time looking at them. The one that's in the ice pool right now, or was just in the ice pool, that's Sam, their son. You can kind of tell he's got thick rolls, a little chubby. And you can usually tell by their behavior too. Sam, he runs cuter in my opinion. His little tail kind of flops a little bit more. And he tends to be a little bit more shy. So if you see 2 other river otters coming up to you, it's probably Ben and Mia. And if one's kind of hanging back, that might be Sam. Mia is the easiest to identify though. She is the small, dark brown one. I'm trying to see. I think that might be Ben. Yeah. She's small, dark brown. She kind of looks like she has a grumpy face all the time. That's just the way her eyebrows are. And then Ben kind of looks like a grizzled old man. He's got a little bit of more of a white throat than Sam does. He loves that ice pond. I would say Sam is probably our most curious of otters. He's only 2 years old now. So he's got all that, extra spunk and everything, so he loves investigating things.
I am very not great at telling them apart, so I'm definitely going to ask you that question multiple times.
Sometimes I do get Ben and Sam mixed up, but yeah, it's pretty difficult, but there are ways to tell.
So we've been celebrating World Otter Day because otters are super cool, they're super neat, they're super amazing, they play really important roles in their environments. So what are some of the cool adaptations that otters have that make them so special?
These animals are absolutely amazing. Like, when I actually raised one myself, I could see all of his little adaptations, to swim, like come out as he grew up. It was amazing. Their nostrils actually close. They have a third eyelid that actually comes over their eyes, so they can help protect their eyes against fish or other debris in the water when they swim. Their whiskers are really long, and they can kind of do this thing to feel fish in the water. Their tails are actually really flat and not round, so they kind of are like a rudder to help propel them and guide them through the water. Their tails actually make up a third of their body length, so pretty neat. Yeah, they're very strong animals, and they're really, really flexible too. So if there's a fish, fish are really quick. I can't catch them with my hands. I wish just twist and turn like no other in the water. And there's some debate on how long they can actually hold their breath. We've heard of some river otters holding their breath for about 8 minutes. That they may have found some air pockets in the water, and a typical dive.
Alright everybody, third time is hopefully a charm. I'm sorry for our technological difficulties that we are having. My phone and the iPad are not lovers of the heat and the sunlight here. So if for some reason you guys are having issues hearing us, please let us know. I'm not quite sure what the issue was on my phone, but hopefully everything on the iPad should be all good. So we were just talking about otter adaptations and why they are important to their ecosystems. And I know that we're going to repeat it for a third time.
Oh, yeah.
But in that whole last video, you guys said there was no audio, so we're going to try it one more time, and hopefully this time works. So what are some of their adaptations?
All right,
why are they important to their
adaptations. These animals are so amazingly adapted to their environments. They are built for swimming. These guys are like the Olympic swimmers of the otter world. Well, all otters are really. You can see those really long tails over there. They actually act as rudders. They're flat, they're not round, they're very, very strong. They make up 1/3 of their entire body length too, so it really helps guide them in the water. You can see their webbed feet as well, and they've got claws on the end of those feet to grab those slimy fish and eat them on the go. They've also got really long whiskers. Mia over there is giving you a good view of hers. Really long whiskers. It's kind of like having hands on your face. They can find any fish, no matter how deep or dark the murky rivers or streams are. They've also got really sharp teeth to hold on to their prey. If you've ever seen our river otters here eat, it's really funny. They actually kind of hold their mouths up in the air and chew with their mouths open. They're not very polite. Nobody ever taught them their manners. I'm sorry, Sam. I helped raise you, and I did not teach him his manners either. What we see here is Mia. She's sprinting. They do the potty dance. It actually helps mark their territory. But one of the coolest things about river otters is that they have kind of a third eyelid or a nictitating membrane that comes over their eyes to help protect them from damage underwater. So if any fish bumps into them or they bump into a rock or debris, their eyes won't actually be scratched. And amazingly, they actually see just as good underwater as they do above ground too.
Wow,
pretty amazing, cool. Yeah. And when I was lucky enough to raise otters, they make these really funny sounds. They kind of sound like angry bees. Zookeepers are really good at making noises, so this sounds like a that's what it sounds like. And we noticed that when we're in the water with them, we can actually feel the vibrations from this vocalization. So they're even adapted to communicating with each other underwater too. Yeah, pretty neat.
And what role do these guys play in their ecosystem?
River otters are really important. As you can see, they're eating a lot of meat and fish right now. So let's say there's a huge bug explosion and then there's a huge trout, or fish explosion. What's going to eat all those fish before they just destroy everything? It's going to be these river otters here. They're all interconnected in the circle of life, essentially. So yeah, pretty important, I would say.
And what are some things that you or myself or our viewers can do to help conserve and protect and raise awareness for otter populations?
I would say just help protect our waterways, you know. Don't pollute it. Don't dump anything that shouldn't be in there. If you happen to be out, you know, enjoying the rivers or the lakes, streams like I do, just make sure you pick up your trash and recycle when you can. Emily, she knows all about that. She's great. She's the best recycler I've ever seen. I'm not even kidding.
Thank you.
Yes, so anything you can do to help our environment helps them. And they are not endangered. They're actually the least concerned, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do our part to protect them.
Awesome. And what are some of your favorite things about our otters? What makes them so endearing to you?
They are adorable. I will admit, they do. They have a special place in my heart. They look like completely different otters from when they're wet like this to when they're dry and fluffy. When I get to come in the morning and see them in their little bed of blankies all cuddled up together, a little cuddle puddle, it does. It gets me. They're pretty cute. Also, when they rub on everything, just the faces they make are pretty cool too. But they're very curious. They're always on the go. You know, something always new with them. So I'm pretty lucky that I get to take care of them.
Are they pretty smart? Do you think they're smart?
They're super smart, yeah. Especially Sam over there. He was raised with a lot of you know, training and puzzle feeders and enrichment, so he figures puzzles out pretty quickly.
And what is something that you wished everybody knew about otters?
I would say that a lot of people are kind of surprised that they're actually very dangerous. We don't actually go in with all of our otters. Mia, the mother, she's kind of like a little velociraptor with hair. She's kind of scary. We can go in with Sam and Ben, but we have to make sure that everybody's on their, you know, their good manners, and we're only reinforcing positive behaviors because they've got really sharp teeth and they're really fast. So if you ever do see them in the wild, you know, some people have dogs get attacked by them occasionally. Definitely give them their distance.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, they're
so
cute,
ferocious.
They're fierce.
Is that like a characteristic of all otter species, or just like these guys?
I would say it's probably a mustelid thing. You know,
Okay.
we call them mustelid
Yeah.
family, and most of them, you know, think of wolverines, badgers, those guys. They're pretty cool looking, but they're also like fierce when they want to be.
Fierce,
Yeah,
that makes
sense. They kind of go from 0 to 60 in, you know, 1 second.
Oh gosh. Do we have any questions from our viewers? Not yet. All right, we'll wait a couple seconds, see if we get people back from, you know, the 2 other feeds that didn't necessarily go as planned, and see if we have any questions coming in. But for now, you guys can just watch our otters romp around and be their cute selves with their World Otter Day cakes.
We were talking about intelligence, and they're actually really smart because they know if they put those ice blocks in the water, they melt faster and they can get to the insides quicker.
What is in the inside?
I'm trying to think. I put some salmon in there, some pieces of crab meat, and bell peppers, some strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and some carrots.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kira would like to know, how long do otters live?
Otters live probably about how long Ben and Mia are out in their natural habitat, where they have to compete for, you know, food, you know, resources, mates, and spaces to live. They typically only live probably about 10 to 12 years, but in a zoo setting, they can actually live way longer. As you can see, Ben and Mia are 11 years old, and we plan on having them for at least several years longer. I think the oldest river otter in captivity was 21 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's almost double the lifespan.
Let's give it like 30 seconds, probably more, and then I'll wrap it up so we don't overheat.
Oh, we took our ice block in the pond.
Oh, yeah, there's a nice block in the water. How long will they like have this enrichment before it all melts?
Probably another maybe half hour before the good stuff melts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate that little cake.
It didn't take them long to dump it over.
Alright, everybody, I hope that you guys enjoyed our special Facebook Live with Allison and our otters to celebrate World Otter Day. For those of you who are very active on social media and have been following us on all of our platforms, I have made a survey, me and my co-worker Katie, who is not here today, we've made a survey for you guys to let us know what you like and don't like about our new social media presence. It's going to be going up on Facebook in 30 minutes, so at 11 o'clock a.m. there will be a Google survey going live that you guys can fill out if you would like. It would be greatly appreciated, about what you like and don't like and maybe want to see less or more of in the future from us on social media. All responses are completely anonymous, and then we'll have the survey up for about a week or so. So if you guys could take 5 minutes out of your day to just complete that, that would be greatly appreciated. Now, that is all that we have for you guys today. If you have any more questions about otters or World Otter Day, feel free to drop them in the comments and we will try to get to them later on today. But we're going to go so we don't have another technical difficulty and so we don't overheat and so you guys can go enjoy this beautiful day outside. Bye, everybody.